On behalf of the Graduate Student Association at the University of South Carolina, I extend a very warm welcome to everyone here at the virtual award ceremony of the inaugural edition of the Graduate Student Recognition Awards. We are honored to be in the presence of President Caslin, Dr. Weldon, the interim dean of the graduate school, Dr. Edwards, the vice president for student life, along with various administrators from across campus. I am Soumya Raghu. I'm the first year PhD student in the Department of Mechanical Engineering in the College of Engineering and Computing, and I serve as the GSA Secretary of Student Life. The awards committee of GSA is very excited to share that we received 238 outstanding nominations and applications from student, faculty, and staff for the Graduate Student Recognition Awards, spanning around 9 different categories. We would like to thank all our collaborators, the graduate school, the university libraries, the Center for Teaching Excellence, the Office of Multicultural Student Affairs, Leadership Service Center, and the International Student Services for judging the vast number of applications and selecting the award winners. In this unprecedented year, graduate students across campus have worked hard, not only in the research and teaching, but also have been of great service to the community during the pandemic. We have all joined here to celebrate the immense contributions and the remarkable efforts of the graduate students to the Carolina community. Please join me in welcoming the executive team of GSA to share their thoughts on the Graduate Student Recognition Awards.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us today for this celebration of accomplishments of graduate students here at the University of South Carolina. My name is Maggie Carson, and I'm a fourth-year PhD candidate in the Environmental Health Sciences Department in the Arnold School of Public Health. I currently serve for about 2 more weeks as the president of the Graduate Student Association, and I could not be more proud of my teammates who worked so hard to put this awards program together. Thank you. And I look forward to celebrating and congratulating all the awardees. Now my teammates will introduce themselves. Max, if you can take it away.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for being here. I am Maxwell Akwande, a second-year PhD epidemiology student at the Arnold School of Public Health, and I've been serving alongside Maggie Carson as the Vice President of GSA. It's been a long year working to amplify graduate student voices and to give them proper representation. But I'm particularly excited that we can get to celebrate the accomplishment of some of our most accomplished graduate students on campus through this award ceremony, one that will live for years to come. I would turn over to Chris for him to introduce himself as well.
Hello, everyone, and congratulations to everyone who's nominated or has applied for an award or recognition today. I just want to give a shout out to Soumya, who's done an excellent job organizing the event. And her team, I just want to emphasize that they put a lot of selfless work into recognizing the accomplishments of graduate students across the campus. This was Soumya's idea from the start, and she kind of breathed life into it. And we're here today to celebrate you because of her. So I just wanted to emphasize that. My name is Christopher. I'm a fourth-year doctoral student in the Department of Political Science, and I'm currently the treasurer of GSA. I wish all the nominees the best of luck, and I look forward to more in-person, hopefully, events like this in the future, and I'm excited to see this award ceremony grow and expand in the years to come. I think it's one of the greatest achievements of the Graduate Student Association in years, and I'm proud to have been a part of it.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for being here. This is Sudipta Saha. I'm a 5th-year PhD student in mechanical engineering, and I'm currently serving as the graduate council representative of GSA. So in the last year, we made some great efforts to advocate for the graduate students on our campus. We have launched several new initiatives, and I believe this particular event, the Graduate Student Recognition and Award by the GSA, is one of the greatest GSA efforts that has been taken place. So we are proud of the award committee, especially Soumya, who initiated the idea, and finally with her teammates did all the heavy lifting. So I believe it is only the beginning, and in coming years it will expand and grow more. So I wish I congratulate those who are nominated and finally selected for the award, and definitely I'm very proud to be the part of this initiative. Thank you.
Now I would like to introduce President Bob Caslin, our university president, who has already made his mark as an integral part of our Carolina campus. Bob Caslin is the University of South Carolina's 29th president, who made the university his home in the summer of 2019. Prior to his arrival at the University of South Carolina, he served as an Army Lieutenant General, the former superintendent, and president of the U.S. Military Academy at West Point. Along with his bachelor's degree from West Point, Caslin holds an MBA in finance from Long Island University and a master's in industrial engineering from Kansas State University. Under his leadership, he has taken the university to new heights and advocated for the students on a local, state, and federal level. In the past year, he has demonstrated strong leadership by successfully guiding the university through the COVID-19 pandemic and setting an example for many universities across the nation. Please join me in welcoming President Caslin.
Thanks a lot, Maggie. It's great to be here to recognize our graduate students, especially our award winners. Our graduate students are an integral part of our campus community, serving as researchers, instructors, and leaders. As we navigated COVID-19, our Graduate Student Association served as an essential part of the university-wide team that responded to COVID-19 and planned the return to campus while ensuring the health, the safety, and the well-being of our university community. So thank you to all of our graduate students for your work and service at the university and helping us move forward. You've done that by teaching, research, and supporting our academic and research mission. I was proud to work along GSA officers Maggie, Maxwell, Christopher, and Sudapa this past year, as they have advocated for vital issues that affect graduate students across the university. This ceremony today allows us the opportunity to recognize and celebrate graduate students and the awards being presented during the ceremony about the best of Gamecocks by addressing scholarship, leadership, service, diversity, and innovation. It's great being with you today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, President Caslin, for your kind words of encouragement and motivation. The first award of the inaugural ceremony is the Overall Doctoral Student Achiever Award, which is awarded to 2 doctoral students who have exhibited extraordinary research capabilities with significant contribution to the scientific community in their field of study. They've served as teaching assistants and instructors to the student community and have demonstrated exemplary leadership and service to the Carolina community. They have served as shining examples of the graduate student community at large at UofSC. We'd like to thank Dr. Jenkins and Mr. Culpepper from the Graduate School for judging these award winners. I would now request President Caslin to present the first ever Overall Doctoral Student Achiever Award.
Thank you, Samuel. So the first awardee of the Overall Doctorate Student Achiever is Robin James, who is a PhD student in the Department of Mechanical Engineering and the College of Engineering and Computing. He has strived towards achieving excellence in 3 key areas: research, teaching, and community service. He has a great academic record with numerous publications and invention disclosures showing remarkable research work in the STEM field. He's been a teaching assistant and instructor for several mechanical engineering courses, and he serves as the instructor for the Carolina Master Scholar Program. In March 2020, with the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic, he co-led a student initiative with the College of Engineering and Computing to additively manufacture over 3,000 3D printed face shields for the doctors and nurses on the front lines of the pandemic at the Medical University of South Carolina, MUSC. His nominator writes, "Robin is one of the best rounded researchers I have ever met, and he is an incredible example on the caliber of students that graduated from U of SC. Robin has demonstrated his merit in research, teaching, and service, a truly remarkable feat for someone at his stage." Congratulations, Robin. We are truly proud of your achievements and contributions to the University of South Carolina, and we wish you the the best in your future endeavors. Our next awardee of the overall doctorate student achiever is Jennifer Mandelbaum, who is a PhD student in health promotion, education, and behavior in the Arnold School of Public Health. Jennifer has obtained various internal and external grants for her research in health equity and has produced various presentations and publications. Her active involvement in the community and professional service is evident from various leadership positions she has held at the university. She has been an integral part of the GSA from 2017 to 2020, serving as the executive board or in the executive board and advocated to raise the student health insurance subsidy. She has been awarded the Presidential Fellowship, has served as a graduate civic scholar, and won various other honors and awards during her time at the University of South Carolina. Congratulations, Jennifer. You are a remarkable student at the University of South Carolina, and we wish you the best in your future endeavors. Congratulations.
Thank you, President Caslin, and congratulations on paving the road for many to follow, Robin and Jennifer. The next award is the Overall Master's Student Achiever Award, which is awarded to 2 master's students who have excelled in their fields of study as researchers and have been teaching assistants and have contributed to the Carolina community. We'd also like to thank Dr. Jenkins and Mr. Culpepper from the Graduate School again for judging these award winners. I would now kindly request President Caslin again to present these incredible students with the Overall Master's Student Achiever Award.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Well, this is really a thrill for me. Our first awardee is Luke Wild of the Master of Science Department in the, who is a Master of Science student in the Department of Biological Sciences. Luke is a current NSF Graduate Research Fellow and has won several grants throughout his undergraduate and graduate studies. Luke has mastered several undergraduate students or has mentored several undergraduate students and has served as a teaching assistant. He has shown to be an excellent researcher, and we are proud to award him the overall Master's Student Achiever Award. Congratulations, Luke. Our next awardee is Radhika Rangatan, who is the Master of Public Health student in epidemiology. She was a physician's assistant in India before coming to graduate school. In India, she broke barriers and paved the way for married women with children to continue their education, in a culturally different setting. She's been part of GSA and various other student organizations across campus. She has proven to be a great researcher working in the Rural and Minority Health Research Center of the Arnold School of Public Health. Her nominator writes, Ms. Rangatan has shown great initiative in a time that I have known her. Her research and service experience provide her with a strong foundation to be successful in her academic goal of pursuing a doctorate and her career goal in conducting health disparities research, government agencies, or other organizations in her home country of India. Congratulations, Radhika, on your well-deserved Overall Master's Student Achiever Award. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, President Caslin, and congratulations to Luke and Radhika. Now I would like to introduce Dr. Tracy Weldon. Tracy Weldon is a professor in the English department in the linguistics program at the University of South Carolina. She has served as the graduate director of the linguistics program and has held positions on the graduate council and a blue ribbon committee on the graduate student life. From 2017 to 2020, Dr. Weldon served as the Associate Dean for Diversity, Interdisciplinary Programs, and Social Sciences in the College of Arts and Sciences. And in January of 2021, she accepted her current position as Interim Dean of the Graduate School and Vice Provost for Graduate Education. Now I will turn it over to you, Dr. Weldon.
Thank you, Maggie, and good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for inviting me to join you today. I'm so pleased to be a part of today's inaugural ceremony recognizing graduate student achievement. As graduate students, you play a critical role in the success of the university, not only for what you contribute as students, but also for the ways in which you enhance our teaching, research, and service mission. Since assuming the role of the interim dean of the graduate school in January, I've had the opportunity to meet with the GSA leadership and other graduate students on several occasions to discuss how the graduate school can best position itself to meet the needs of graduate students here at U of SC. Such opportunities have been among the most fruitful and rewarding time that I've spent in this new role. I was particularly inspired by last month's town hall event hosted by the GSA, during which I got to hear directly from you about many of your most pressing issues, including stipends, health insurance coverage, mental health support, international student support, diversity training, and of course, parking. With sufficient resources and support, I am optimistic that we can begin to address many of these issues over the coming year. Our success will require us to work in partnership with one another and to establish the necessary levels of trust and patience that such work requires. However, I'm confident that we can accomplish our goals as we strive to provide you with the best possible experience in graduate education. I'd like to thank the outgoing GSA officers for your hard work over the past year and welcome the incoming leadership team with whom I'll be working over the coming year. And I'd like to extend a special congratulations to all of the awardees who are being honored today for your outstanding accomplishments. The University of South Carolina is better because you are here. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you so much, Dr. Weldon. I would now like to introduce Dr. Anna Edwards, Associate Vice President for Student Life. Dr. Edwards joined the Department of Student Life in June 2005 and has had the opportunity to lead and serve in different areas throughout her 16 years on campus. Over the years, she has seen student involvement and engagement become more integrated into the life of the university. In her role as Associate Vice President for Student Life, Dr. Edwards is responsible for programs, activities, and facilities that enhance student success and student leadership and involvement. She and her team work to ensure that students have opportunities to engage, lead, serve, and participate across the university and broader community. Now I'll turn it over to you, Dr. Edwards.
Thanks so much, Maggie, and thanks to all of you that have put together this very special event. It's always a great time of the year and the season to recognize and to take some time and reflect on great success this year and just incredible work by incredible students. So honored to be a part of this today. And some of you might not know that I'm a two-time graduate student from the University of South Carolina. I did my master's degree and my PhD work here. So I have been in your shoes here and have navigated the way as a graduate student, as a master's student when I wasn't kind of learning the University of South Carolina. So I think we have a lot in common, and really kind of how I come to my work and supporting the GSA and graduate student experience is due to my experience here as a graduate student. So we do have a connection that some of you definitely know. Thanks to Maggie and team for the great work this year. You entered this work and this leadership role during a really confusing and uncertain time. And you all stepped up, you led, you served on future planning groups, you then went to serve on strategic planning groups. So you have really, I think, helped pivot and helped lead our graduate students and our graduate work, really our whole institution, for what's to come. And super excited about the vision for graduate education and graduate students and how we can continue to see that graduate students have the same student experience that we want for every student here. And that's essentially what we do in student life and why we believe that the support provided through the GSA is so important to the student experience and to the graduate student experience particularly. I want to thank you all for the work. I think I love hearing the recognition of those award winners and those nominees that will be recognized and celebrated today. 238 nominations. That is incredible for a first award ceremony, and look forward to what's to come with the incoming GSA leadership. I did want to just make sure you all knew how important graduate students were. Dr. Weldon spoke to it, and looking forward to continued partnerships with her in her role as we continue to look at the classroom and beyond the classroom experience for graduate students. So again, congratulations to those who have been nominated today, and for those that will be recognized. Of course, being nominated is an incredible honor, and we are so thrilled to have an opportunity to celebrate you today, and thanks again for all the great work. I'll turn it back over to you, Maggie.
Thank you very much, Dr. Edwards, for those kind words. It's now time to recognize, cherish, and confer various awards to these graduate students in 7 different categories. I would like to invite Molly Cameron, GSA Core Secretary of Multicultural Student Affairs, Francis Hutchful, GSA Secretary of International Affairs, and Rachel Taylor, the GSA Secretary of GSA Affairs, to invite judges to present the awards to the worthy recipients. It's all yours, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Soumya. As graduate students, we put months of work into our research projects as a labor of love. We are here celebrating the outstanding research graduate students at U of SC. I'd like to thank the university libraries for taking time out of their busy semester to judge the wealth of worthy applications. Please join us in welcoming Christina Schwobel as she announces the winners of the first ever Graduate Student Recognition Award for Excellence in Research.
Thank you, Molly. Hello, I'm Christina Schwobel, one of the reference and instruction librarians at the Thomas Cooper Library. We had an amazing group of applicants for this category. Our first winner has multiple publications in their field of public health relating to heart disease and childhood obesity in the state of South Carolina. The research has important implications for the future of pediatric nutrition and the prevention of some chronic diseases, and it proudly represents the quality of research at the University of South Carolina. Congratulations to Jennifer Mendelbaum. Our next winner has done fantastic work in chemical engineering, undergoing multiple research projects focused on reducing harmful emissions and promoting safety in household heating systems. For this deeply necessary, impactful research, we'd like to congratulate Michael Ryoko. Our final winner in the research category has published over 54 manuscripts in peer-reviewed journals and is currently researching in the field of epidemiology as a doctoral student at the University of South Carolina. With over 7,500 citations of their work since they started graduate school, congratulations to Rajat Dasgupta for some truly outstanding graduate research.
Thank you so much. Now, while research gets a lot of attention in academic circles, we want to shine a light on something that's often overlooked. Graduate students often put so much energy into making a difference in the community with their ideas and drive. To that end, we want to celebrate graduate student entrepreneurship, creativity, and innovation at University of South Carolina. Please welcome Valerie Lookingbill of the U of SC Libraries as she announces the winner of the award for outstanding entrepreneurship, creativity, and innovation.
Thank you so much, Molly. So I'm Valerie Lookingbill, a research and instruction librarian at Thomas Cooper Library. The first winner of this award has taken an incredibly creative approach to solving problems of carbon emissions without overhauling the nation's energy infrastructure. By turning green biomass into a sustainable replacement for coal without having to replace coal-burning power plants, this graduate student has developed a completely new approach for addressing the green energy crisis. So congratulations and keep up the good work, Michael Ryoko. Our next winner has filed 4 patents for their inventions related to the relationships between polymers and electrochemical devices. These devices have a significant impact on the search for sustainable clean energy and ensure the longevity of efficient electrochemical devices. So congratulations, Laura Ann Murdoch. And finally, our last winner has taken on the role of director and dramaturg at USC for the monumental task of putting on this summer's production of the complete works of William Shakespeare Abridged. This role requires extensive creativity and problem-solving skills. Congratulations, Tiffany Brooks Hagan.
greatest joys and challenges for many graduate students is teaching students in their field. Now, this work is absolutely necessary for the university's operations, and it can be as demanding as it is fulfilling. Now, we would like to take the opportunity to recognize the achievements of graduate educators at the University of South Carolina. Please welcome Dr. Michelle Hardy, Program Manager of Graduate Student Teaching Assistant Training in the Center of Teaching Excellence, as she announces the winners of the Outstanding Graduate Student Teaching Assistant Award.
Thank you, Francis. Our graduate teaching assistants have an immense impact on our students and the university community, and the Center for Teaching Excellence is proud to support them in this role. Choosing the winners of this award was very difficult. We had some absolutely outstanding graduate student instructors and teaching assistants here at the university, and I would like to thank Dr. Augie Grant and Mr. Casey Carroll for serving on this committee with me. The first winner's nominator described him as one of the most effective instructors in first-year English program history. This person is deeply involved with their department, developing themed courses, mentoring other graduate students, instructors, and participating in the revision of course texts. He is respected by his department and receives high approval ratings from his students. Congratulations, Gareth Reese-White of the Department of English, Rhetoric, and Composition program. As a geology lab coordinator in the School of Earth, Ocean, and Environment, the second winner of tonight's teaching award stepped up on short notice to transition over 450 lab students to an online learning format during the pandemic. Throughout some incredibly difficult times, she has made the emotional and mental health of her students and colleagues a high priority, a trait which has not gone unnoticed. She also takes her role as a support point for students with disabilities very seriously and is always prepared to quickly and effectively find accommodations for those in need. This award is well deserved, Annie Kleiss from Geological Sciences. Congratulations. And finally, as an international GTA in the School of Music's Piano Pedagogy Department, Karen Kai-Wan Yang follows Chronister's principle on having students to measure themselves and motivating and encouraging the students. Karen has been elected as the team leader of group piano instructors with aims to integrate colleagues and students both inside and outside of the classroom. Congratulations, Karen, and thank you for your tremendous efforts in teaching adaptations during the pandemic. And because of the breadth of quality nominees for this award, we would also like to give honorable mentions to Robin James of the Department of Mechanical Engineering and Rebecca Turnmeyer in the Department of History for their significant contributions to the teaching community and impacts to students at our university. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Hardy, and welcome everyone. The Graduate Student Association recognizes the difference that good leadership can make for an organization, a cohort, and a community. To honor the work that graduate students put into their leadership roles every day, please join me in welcoming Dr. Amber Hyatt from the Leadership and Service Center to announce the winners of the Exemplary Graduate Student Leadership Award.
Thank you, Rachel. As a representative from the Leadership and Service Center, I'm always delighted to hear about the ways that our students are making connections with one another, gaining transferable skills through their involvement, and mobilizing change in our community. So we have 3 awardees of this year's Exemplary Graduate Student Leadership Award. Our first is actively involved as an avenue to apply knowledge from prior research initiatives. She's held a variety of leadership roles during her time at the university. Her time as president of the Graduate Student Association from 2018 to 2019 allowed the awardee to oversee a cabinet composed of 12 individuals while advocating on behalf of over 6,000 graduate students. Highlights of her presidency include spearheading a survey on graduate student stipends, raising the student health insurance subsidy, instituting town halls to receive feedback, and engaging with fellow students in conference settings. As a leader for the university's Institute for Healthcare Improvement, she organized presentations on health equity and patient-centered care, and subsequently led the chapter in conference and forum settings. The awardee continues to prioritize leadership opportunities through her participation in both university and professional committees. Please share your congratulations in the chat for our first awardee, Jennifer Mandelbaum. Jennifer, we're incredibly appreciative of your leadership in all of your respective roles. Thank you for your work to increase visibility for populations both on and off campus. Our next awardee is a leader in the International Student Services Office through Thinking Globally program. By promoting intercultural understanding in classrooms on and off campus, she recruits and trains U of SC international students to develop presentations about their cultural influences. The awardee proved to be adaptable with the onset of the pandemic by shifting all programming to include virtual presentations and YouTube channel videos. She supports the Thinking Globally ambassadors by providing constructive feedback on presentation structures and sharing advice to improve the students' facilitation skills. In a typical year, the ambassadors present in over 40 U101 classes and partner with 10 to 15 schools in the Columbia area. Congratulations, Esther McCartney. We're thankful for your coordination of the Thinking Globally program over the past 3 years, and your leadership has positively impacted the lives of countless students. Our final Exemplary Leadership Award winner utilizes his leadership positions to promote STEM education in the Columbia community. In addition to his roles as a student representative for the Graduate Program Committee and Graduate Recruitment Committee for the Department of Chemical Engineering the graduate program, sorry, all of y'all's congratulation chats are coming up on my screen. It's wonderful to see. So he was the president of the Chemical Engineering Graduate Student Association for 2 terms. His primary leadership accomplishments include increasing the departmental stipend for students, updating curriculum to be increasingly engaging, expanding membership and inclusion of international students, executing the departmental graduate student symposium, and establishing a mentorship program within Industrial Advisory Board. All of these efforts provided students with opportunities for networking and professional development, as well as informing students about the real-world hiring process for industrial positions. Blake McQueen, thank you for your mentorship roles in the STEM field, and congratulations.
Thank you so much, Dr. Hyatt. Grad school is difficult enough on its own between coursework, exams, research, and work. That is why we find it important to recognize those students who go above and beyond to serve their fields, departments, and communities. Through extracurricular work, volunteering, and support activities, these students have put their all into their time at U of SC, and it shows. Please welcome Dr. Jabari Bodrick from the Leadership and Service Center as he announces the winners of the Award for Outstanding Service.
Good afternoon, everyone. Our first winner used their skills in aerospace and mechanical engineering to respond to the beginning of the coronavirus pandemic last spring. This person immediately led the charge of 3D print face shields as personal protective equipment for frontline workers at the Medical University of South Carolina. Because of this donation of skill, time, energy, hundreds of healthcare workers had the opportunity they needed to stay safe while responding to the global health crisis. Also related to his engineering field, and we're going to say the name now, Robin has conducted various outreach programs for middle school and high school students, encouraging them to pursue education in the STEM field through the Carolina Master Scholars Program and through the Duke TIP program. For these service activities, we would like to recognize PhD student Robin James. Congratulations, Robin. The next winner is using both his culture and his area of study as opportunities for serving the campus community. As a member of the Bangladesh Student Association last year, he helped organize BanglaFest, which is part of the International Mother Language Day celebration. Currently, he is using his skills in epidemiology to inform his work as the Graduate Student Association Secretary of General Health. In this position, he has put a wealth of energy into keeping the campus informed about the ongoing coronavirus situation in the community and in the U.S. Also related to his medical background, this student is a secretary for the Maternal and Child Health Association. Through his position, he works to raise awareness for maternal and child health at U of SC. For these facets of service, we recognize Rajat Das Gupta. Congratulations. Finally, the next winner served the community in 2020 by taking action in the wake of George Floyd's murder by police and the following protest. After publishing his initial commentary on the events, he facilitated discussions on several local and national human rights organizations. Building on this momentum, he spearheaded, public safety reform in Richland County. He has gone on to establish a museum exhibit on South Carolina activist Majeska Simpkins, led a discussion on the problematic history of public housing, and open conversations on racialized justice in South Carolina. For the immeasurable community work he has done in the name of racial social justice, we are recognizing Don Polite Jr. Congratulations and thank you for your hard work. And I apologize if I mispronounce any names, I really do.
I think it was fine, Dr. Borges. Wonderful. Being an international student means different things to different people at different times. It becomes either a tag or a reminder of how far you've come in your academic journey. Today, we get to celebrate international students and remind them that we see them and the beauty they've added to the U of SC campus. Special thanks to the International Student Services Office for helping in the selection of all the exceptional candidates. Give a virtual round of applause as we welcome Julie Carricker to announce the winner of the first ever Outstanding International Graduate Student Award.
Hey everyone, and thank you so much, Francis. I am thrilled to represent the International Student Services in honoring 3 of our amazing international students. I'd also like to say that this process was incredibly challenging, and I wish that we could give awards to all who were nominated. All right, here we go. The first winner of this award is finishing up a PhD in Health Services Policy and Management this August. During their time at USC, they have received a Spark Research Grant and a Public Health Fellowship. They have researched the availability of community health services and suicide prevention programs in the US and published papers that have gained national recognition. The student has co-organized events for numerous international associations and ISS community building initiatives. They were responsible for inaugurating a Taiwanese student orientation for members of their community. Not only do they give back to their international community, but this person has also chosen a dissertation topic focusing on understanding opioid use among American adults. Let's congratulate Yi Wen Shi from Taiwan on being awarded the Outstanding International Student Award this spring. All right, the next winner is a PhD candidate graduating this August in Communication Sciences and Disorders, along with neuroscience. Having published 6 peer review papers, 3 more in progress, this individual has been awarded an this individual centers their research on the neurobiology of language in aphasia and recovery. This individual has been awarded an impressive $65,000 in scholarship grants and research funding over 4 years. He's given an impressive amount of presentations, posters, and has volunteered as a clinician serving the community with those with aphasia, along with the responsibilities that come with being a father and a spouse and moving to South Carolina. He has managed to maintain a high GPA, now offered a competitive postdoc fellowship even before graduation. So please give a congratulations to Sigfus Christensen from Iceland. Okay, last but not least, our final winner is finishing up a PhD in mechanical engineering with a focus on thermal management of electronic devices. This individual has published 10 journals, presented at 9 conferences. They started their program in 2015 and they've completed 2 degrees here at U of SC. He has completed a U.S. Department of State program and plans to use what he has learned at U of SC to further train and develop industry in his home country of Iraq. During these years in Colombia, he has participated in the Global Leadership Network Student Group, the Iraqi Student Association, volunteered with the Columbia Rotary Club on projects that give back to those in need, and received a leadership certificate from John Maxwell. He's most recently formed a group called the Iraqi Team with fellow U of SC alumni with hopes of giving back to their home country. Let's congratulate Saad Oudaf on the Outstanding International Student Award from Iraq. Congratulations, everyone.
Thank you, Julie. The Outstanding Graduate Student Award for Excellence in Diversity recognizes a student whose passion to see different people blend and has undertaken projects and causes that fight for the indispensable need to celebrate and appreciate difference in the society. We extend our gratitude to the Office of Multicultural Student Affairs for going through the numerous applications of excellent students in selecting our winners. Let's appreciate Dr. Kimberly Siebels as she declares the winners of the Outstanding Graduate Student Award for Excellence in Diversity.
Thank you. My name is Dr. Kimberly Siebels, and I serve as the Associate Director for Diversity and Social Justice Education in the Office of Multicultural Student Affairs. I will be presenting the Outstanding Graduate Student Award for Excellence in Diversity. Our first winner spearheaded an initiative to consolidate student perspectives on how their department can better address race and diversity as a response to the Black Lives Matter movement. These efforts have also been presented at U of SC's Student Leadership and Diversity Conference and will be submitted as a first authored peer-reviewed practice report. Currently conducting research that aims to advance diversity and equity in mental health services, she mentors 2 minority students on their honor thesis, which resulted in conference presentations and will be submitted. Nationally, she is a student committee member for the American Psychological Association's Division 53, where she continues to advocate for initiatives to support underrepresented student members. Give a round of applause for Wendy Chu. The second winner has been elected to the Executive Committee of the state chapter through a continuous work with the local Midlands group, the Sierra Club. He began the formation of equity teams on the organizational level and has been awarded a 40 under 40 honoree by the Energy News Network. He played a significant role in the wake of the George Floyd murder and crafted a public safety document which focused on ways to foster public safety for Black and Brown communities, the disabled population, and the LGBTQ communities, which was presented to the Columbia City Council. Please give it up for Don Polite Jr. Our last winner has a deep passion for children to learn about their heritage. Being a volunteer and a proponent of educational opportunities that emphasize parental roles, he has a deep interest in the development of bilingual learners. He is a member of the Literacy Research Association, American Education Research Association, National Association of Bilingual Education, and American Association for Applied Linguistics. Constantly engaging in activities that respect diverse races, cultures, and languages, he advocates for research topics and methods for diversity, equity, and inclusion of all people. Congratulations to Kiwon Jong Wang. Let's give it up for all our winners.
Thank you, Dr. Siebels. That concludes our awardees. And at the end of the session, we'd request all the awardees to stay back for a quick virtual photograph. Off to our awards committee mentor, Max, for his closing remarks.
Thank you so much, Soumya, and everyone for being here. I think that this has been so remarkable. You've worked over the period to get this done. For all the supportive team members, Francers, and everyone that worked on to get this done. I think that has been very, very impressive. I just want to give special thanks to President Kathleen, who has always opened his doors to the Graduate Student Association night and day. We appreciate all the support. GSA looks forward to working collaboratively with you in the coming years. To Dean Weldon, who understands what we need and is always supportive of everything that we do. The Graduate Student Association, thanks you so much. To Dr. Anna Edwards for being an anchor for us over the years. We are so much grateful to our respective judges for taking the time, and it's been a lot of applications and nominations that we received, and so putting all those times to come out with our awardees has not been an easy work, and so we thank you so much. We cannot explain the importance of your services to the Graduate Student Association. Also, just for the wonderful work of the committee members that put this together. I don't think that would have been here. So Soumya, thanks once again. Thank you, Frances. Thank you, Molly, and thank you, Rachel, for putting this very thing together, this inaugural award together. We appreciate your service. And for the years to come, I'm sure we'll forever remember the hard work that you put into this. Congratulations once again to all our awardees and to all of you who put in applications. You are all winners, and we cherish you, and we cherish all the accomplishment that all of you have done and contributed to the Carolina community. Just to reiterate that all our awardees are expected to stay behind and for a brief photograph. I'm sure you'll be directed as to where to pick up your awards after the photograph section. I wish you all goodness for the rest of the semester and good luck for the rest of your endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you, Max.